Already know what it is. It's Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, I want to talk about my day with Bernard Hopkins. So, I went to his media day today, right? And I was 50-50 on whether I was going. And I'll tell you why. I had an inspection at one of my properties, and that took 90 minutes. The city come down, they do inspections, they tell you what's wrong with the property, and you got to fix them in like 30 to 45 days. And it was like 1 o'clock. And the reason why I didn't go, I went to the boxing gym earlier in the day, and I went to the weight room, and I was like, to me today is not going to be that impressive because the undercard is not really that strong. But I said, you know what? I got there 10 minutes late, like 1:15. They hadn't even started yet. So I get there, and then I realize this is history. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say it's history, I'm not, as you guys, my day one subscribers know, I'm just a huge fan of Black excellence, right? And I says, this is Bernard Hopkins' last hurrah, quote unquote, right? The final one, right? And I says, you know, I've never been to a Bernard Hopkins workout. So I went to and now my whole perspective changed, literally changed, literally 100% changed. I said, you know what? I want to see Bernard Hopkins work out because I've never seen him work out. And I mean, in a real workout, I've seen media workouts, but never in a real full-blown workout where he's working with his trainer. And so I says, you know, I'm going to ask Bernard, can I go to his workout? And so it goes and goes. The media workout was like 30, 40 minutes. And I was like, fuck this shit. I got to see one of the greatest boxers, one of the greatest complete boxers, you know, above 160 we've seen in a long time, because those guys are hard to come by. And I said, Bernard, I know you have private workouts, but this is a once in a lifetime chance, and I may never see this again. Can I come see you work out? Without hesitation, the man says, what are you talking about? Come on. Man, I hurried. He was working out at Wild Card, so I went upstairs, said hello to Freddie, do my due diligence, and he's working out in the private gym downstairs. And so I walk in, and all I see is his staff, strong Black men, all his staff. He had a HBO photographer was there, and music blasting. He had it on the Curtis Mayfield Pandora channel, right? And you could tell because it's all Pandora. It's all Curtis Mayfield, and he's sprinkling some other songs. And then I realized, I was like, it was a few other songs. I said, you know what? Hip hop has sampled so many old school songs, right? Because I'm in between, right? I'm literally in between. So like when you hear the initial beat, you think it's a current song, and then you realize, oh shit, this is Curtis Mayfield. Oh, this is so and so, right? So, and it was funny because in between work, because it's on Pandora, they do their commercials, and he's working out in their commercials, and the trainer's like getting a little anxious because the commercials are coming on. But I just, before I get into what the workout, I don't want to tell too much because they worked on the game plan, but I'm just, without hesitation, Bernard Hopkins said, yes, come on. And for all my pure boxing fans, you know, this is like gold. This is like boxing gold. Let alone boxing gold. It's black gold, if you guys understand what I'm saying. I would do the same thing for Roy Jones Jr. I would do the same thing for Pernell Whitaker, Andre Ward. I just want to be around it. You know what I mean? And I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, right? And so we go through the workout, and I'm not sure how many rounds he did, but pretty intense workout. And what I will say this, Bernard don't really talk much in his workout. He gives directions. Like he doesn't like Floyd Mayweather. He dances and sings in between. You know what I mean? He'll make comments. He'll acknowledge people in the room. Bernard Hopkins is simply just a blue collar worker in the gym. You know, he's very detailed. He never throws a punch without defense. rolls his shoulders exceptionally well. Um, and he looks in phenomenal shape. I would say he's about probably 179 to 182 today. Look like it, but he looks in immaculate shape. So making 175 is literally 4 miles away. You know what I mean? And um, it was just an overall great experience. The temperature in the gym was probably, he had the heater on intentionally, so about 85 degrees, probably 85, 90 degrees, like a yoga studio, and it was hot. I had to take my jacket off because it's chilly in LA right now, and but I'm just gracious that he would even allow me to even come without hesitation. It wasn't like, well, let me check. And I walked in. He said, he said, what's up to me? I went in, watched him work out, and that was it. And then when the workout ended, I'm going to bypass the workout. As I told you guys, I don't want to tell you they what they worked on and how they plan on defeating Joe Smith. I can see the game plan as they were doing the mitts and the heavy bag and all that stuff. And um, Bernard Hopkins would yell out, "If I catch him with this one, it's gonna be a long." He said something to that effect, and he dances in between. He does his old school dance because it's Curtis Mayfield, so it's no Meek Mills, it's no Jay-Z, it's no Eminem, it's Curtis Mayfield. It's your uncle's. It's like an A-track player in the gym. You know what I mean? And so when the workout ends, I think that's where I'm at. When the workout ends, I'm like, damn, he cuts his wraps off, and I'm like, damn, I want them wraps. You know what I mean? I want them wraps so bad. So I says, is he throwing them away? And it's like, oh, he keeps them. And then I'm like, damn, I want them wraps, man. I want them wraps so bad because it's history. I'll never give them away. I'll never sell them. And so the workout ends, and he's like, give me them wraps. And he folds them and he hands them to me. And I don't know. I like, oh shit. Bernard Hopkins just gave me his raps, man. I'm like a boxing fan, like for real. You know what I mean? If it was Oscar De La Hoya, I would be the same way. You know, Oscar De La Hoya is my second favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? And but it was just surreal, man. It was like, man, these are Bernard Hopkins rap in the last week of his quote unquote boxing career in the ring. You know, he's still gonna be a promoter. But if he wins convincingly, how the hell can you tell the guy not to stop? So and he said, man, these are for you. Shook my hand, looked me stern in the eye. And he knows me because I've been covering boxing for some time, but I've never asked him for a favor or nothing like this. But it's his last week in the ring, man. And why wouldn't I do it? You know what I mean? It felt, but just for him to do it without hesitation, man, I wish I could have recorded it. Because I said, I literally walked up to him and he saw the, uh, the truth in my eyes. Like he knew I wasn't going as a fan. I was going like in reverence of him. You know what I mean? Like the reason why I went and watched him was out of respect for him and what he's done for the sport of boxing, and let alone what he's done for the sport of boxing, what he's done for the city of Philadelphia. Because I'm not sure if you know, I believe Bernard Hopkins is still Muslim, if I'm not mistaken, and um, so for him to carry that torch, you know, as a strong black man, is just exceptionally powerful. Um, it was just an awesome day. Like it was just, I'm sitting there like I already ordered what does he call it? The fiberglass casing for it, and I'm gonna put the picture in there, and like it's already ordered. It'll be here like one day, tomorrow or something like that. Amazon Prime is amazing. So, and what I will say this about John David Jackson, John David Jackson's a cool dude, like for real. I didn't give him the time. I didn't get a time to interact with him because I was on the other side of the fence, as you know, with Sergey Kovalev. But even when I did his interview, if you guys go to interviews I did for his media day, he was pretty cool with me, and we had some real personal conversations I will never share with you guys, you know. But it was just it was just a great time, and I'm sharing this story with you guys so you guys can obviously feel my jubilance, but also so you guys can feel like you were a part of it. You know what I mean? And it was just so much fun, man. The guy could have sat there and did abs for an hour, I would have been like, damn, this is a good workout. But anyways, barbershop conversation. I just wanted you guys to understand this, but also know this. And part of me telling the story is for this reason as well. As I told you guys, I didn't want to go because, I had a long morning. I'll reiterate it. I got up, I went to the boxing gym. I did some rounds in the boxing gym, you know what I mean? And then I uh, did did some weights, and then I had an inspection, at like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, and the media workout starts at 1. And I said, I had some code violations, and I was like, damn, that kind of bums you out when you own property and shit. And I said, nah, I'm gonna just pass up on this. But I go to the workout. In order to catch fish, you must go to the water. And that's what I want. You got to be there. You got to be present. You know what I mean? You got to go out and create your opportunities, because generally, be honest with you, me going to the media workout is the same thing as me going to the press conference tomorrow, which is now today. But it's the same exact thing in terms of, you know, who I'm going to interview, uh, and so on and so forth. I'll have the same accessibility, but I just want to say thank you, Bernard Hopkins. And I've always known Bernard Hopkins was a straight shooter, but for this one, if we were in kindergarten, he would get a gold star. So, barbershop conversation. I just wanted you guys to know this story as to what happened, and I'm feeling good, man. He signed him for me, as you guys see in the picture, man. I'm just elated. You know what I mean? So it was only 8 people in the gym. It's kind of like going to see Roy Jones work out for the last time. James Toney going to work out for the last time. Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, Shane Mosley, if that ever happens. You know what I mean? You just want to be a part of it. You just want to, when you're playing basketball at 68 years old, or better yet, when you're hitting the bag at 68, 75 years old, you know what I mean? And you hitting those mitts and you're like, damn. You could tell that 21-year-old kid that walks in the gym that's taking boxing because he want to fight, and you're mentoring him when you go in the gym once, twice a week, and you say, I saw Bernard Hopkins fight. Better yet, I went to his workout the last week of his workout. He's only, and then I was thinking, I apologize if I'm talking too much, but you guys can hear the spirit in my voice. If this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he may not work out Friday. He may not hit the mitts on Friday. Or he may hit the mitts on Friday, Saturday. So he's only wrapping up 4 more times. So I got the 5th to the last day. So I feel special, man. I'm elated. And because of y'all is the reason why I want to share this. You know what I mean? It's not really, well, obviously it's a piece of it for selfish reasons, right? Because I'm a huge boxing fan. But at the end of the day, I wanted you guys to feel my jubilance and give you guys a feel what it's like. Downstairs at the Wild Card, it's a one ring gym, very intimate, clean. But walking in there, Bernard Hopkins is getting wrapped up. He does his 20-minute stretching exercise, does his abs, does his shadow boxing, does his fundamentals, goes in the ring, works on what he needs to work on, and he's very disciplined. Like when I'm in the gym, I work out like Floyd Mayweather. I know everything is going on, and I react to everything in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not truly I don't have Bernard Hopkins' demeanor in the gym. So it was fun. I had a great time. And so for all my boxing fans out there, and I was a history major in college, so, and I'm big on Black excellence, so I'm big on this type of stuff. I'm nostalgic when it comes to stuff like this. So pretty fun, pretty special day for me. And I'll say this again. Guys, listen to me when I tell you this. Sometimes success is not going to come to you. You have to go get it. And sometimes you have to be in You have to be there, you know, and then you have to create the opportunity. Create the opportunity. And the only way this happens, I'll be honest, this was set up for years. I went to Bernard Hopkins' 50th birthday party years ago. He turned 50 in Vegas. It was the Bermain-Stervain weekend when he fought Deontay Wilder. I remember that. So this has been set up for years. If I hadn't covered those fights and he hadn't seen my face over time and over years, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this hadn't happened. So it takes diligence, you know. Like Will Smith always says, you build a wall one brick at a time. You know what I mean? You score a touchdown, one first down at a time. You score 100 points in a basketball game, one basket at a time. You know what I mean? You graduate from high school, one grade at a time. It's a process to it. And without that process, you know, maybe he still says yes because he sees the truth in my eyes. He sees my sincerity. Like I literally wasn't going as a fan, like, oh, Medard, I love you. I was going out of respect, out of reverence, for multiple reasons. One, he's a Muslim, he's black, he's a great boxer, and he's an upstanding man. Regardless of how you feel about him, whether he should or should not be fighting, Bernard Hopkins is an upstanding man. He's been sincere over the years. You know what I mean? Whether he withholds the truth because of business relationships, quite possibly. You know, but anyways, barbershop conversations, guys. Great day. It started off slow. You know, code enforcement coming, you know, go charge me up the yin yang. Now I gotta go do some work on it. Gotta have it done probably by the first week of February. But you know, seeing Bernard Hopkins trumps all of that. So barbershop conversations. I'll get a picture of it. I'll show you guys a picture of it when I put it in the glass casing. So barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, it's your girl Angie. You're watching Barbershop Conversations. Make sure to click the button below to subscribe, like the video. Don't like it, leave a comment. You can also follow me at Angelica Curtis on Instagram. See you soon.